Guess what? Have you ever heard the saying, knowledge is power? Is it true? Is it the supreme power? Knowledge, right? Knowledge, knowing something. Does knowing something give you the power? Or does knowing something and never acting keep you stuck? So what's the true power? Execution? Action is power? I'm going to say that I would much rather try something and fail miserably multiple times than to know about things and never try them. Can you relate with that? Is that hitting home? Is that stirring up some thoughts inside of you? Showing a mirror that's saying, oh man, here he goes again. Here he goes again. Yes, it's a beautiful evening in northern New Mexico out on the ranch. Warm, calm, peaceful, abundant, nature all around. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy here. Nature is so happy on the ranch. All the birds are playing, the bunnies, the snakes, deer every once in a while, some bobcats. And yet, what are you doing? Emphasis on doing. Are you doing something to improve your life? Or are you sitting there consuming more and more and more and more information, gaining more and more and more and more knowledge, and never applying it to anything? Because of what? Fear? Because of doubt? What it took me to finally get my shit together was hitting a rock bottom. Is that what you're going for? 13 years ago. 13 years ago. Shit. We're almost to T-minus 1 month. July 22nd is my anniversary for my sobriety, for me turning my life around. And I had to hit that rock bottom so fucking hard. I'm pretty sure my soul jumped outside of me, came back in, and when it did, I was activated to start making some drastic changes, to taking some serious actions towards changing who I was. Because the version of me that was acting cool, acting like, yeah, I got it, man, this is all good, it's all good, it wasn't good. It was painful. I was miserable and it was painful, and I didn't really know how to get unstuck. But the truth is, I didn't have this version of me that to guide me along the process, to show me the way. And yet we still figuring some things out. One of the biggest revelations I've had in the past several days, major roots, right? If you listen to this message enough, I say, look, if you want to heal, you got to get to the root of your issues. If you're feeling frustrated and angry, unloved, unappreciated, depressed, anxious, it has nothing to do about what's going on this week, this month, this year. If that's how you feel right now, I can guarantee you that your feelings right now have an origin that goes all the way back to your childhood. And it takes you having clarity of mind to go back in the time machine, could be a DeLorean, and to find the patterns, to look at your life courageously. You can be a little hesitant, but when you find the courage and the strength to look at your life and what you've been through, That's where the answers lie to your problems right now. The problems you're facing right now as a full-grown adult are rooted in your childhood. When you feel insecure, when you feel unworthy, when you feel like you don't have control over yourself, it has nothing to do with now. It has to do with back then. And even if you try and control yourself, I love when I talk to people and they confirm what I'm saying, because they're like, you're right, man. You're right. You can't control yourself. 9 out of 10 times you'll get it right, but you lose control one time, oh shit, you're fucked. You're fucked. That's how I was. 9 times out of 10 I could control myself, but that one fucking time, man, God. Ouch. Ouch. That one time, right? And for some people, one is too many. You lose it one time, uh-oh. Uh-oh, there goes the dream. Eroding all the confidence, all the security, all of the good shit in the relationship. It's all gone. It's all been taken away. So I was thinking about this week. When I was a kid, yes, I got spanked. I got belted. I mean, even in school back then, man, we used to have to put our hands on the wall and they'd paddle us with a paddle. They'd hit us on our hands. We put our hands out and they'd have like a little pointer stick, wha-pow, or a yardstick, wha-pow. Ah, fuck. Something about physical abuse that somehow, I mean, when I look back at my life, I can't say it straightened me out. I can't say that it saved me, right? It's funny how the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. Fuck. I feel like it created a fucking pain tolerance in me that I went farther, did more, you know, because I was fucking battle tested. Fuck. Hard to kill. This motherfucker, hard to break. Shit. But I finally did. That's the truth. I finally broke. When I did, I knew. I was like, it's over. I'm done. No more. No more alcohol. No more fucking around. It's time to fucking turn this motherfucker around and see who I truly am. That was at the core of it. I knew. I was so disillusioned, disappointed with myself and who I had become, how I was behaving, and ultimately that I was hurting people I loved. I was hurting my wife. I was terrifying my kids because of just, and it's not like I'm just going there and smacking people around and shit. Like, I'm not that guy. But just angry, just the energy of being angry and self-sabotaging. It's, you know, it is intimidating, especially from a fucking motherfucker like me. I'm intimidating. I'm intimidating as a loving, kind, right, man that walks into a room. Motherfuckers are like, damn, this dude's got some big energy on him. That shit's intimidating, even though I come with love. I come with joy. I come with peace. But I also will fuck you up if you threaten me or those I love, right? A warrior in a forest. A warrior in a forest. That's what I am. Some warriors are in gardens, but I definitely don't want to be a gardener in a war. I know that. I know that. And that's why I went to war with myself. Because that motherfucker was going to war with others that didn't need the war. That was at the root of it, man. This motherfucker was going to war, going to battle with innocent bystanders. And that shit fucked me up. And if you're doing it, it should fuck you up too. And it doesn't matter. This is not a men's thing or a women's thing. It's a person's thing. It's an adult thing with a wounded inner child, right? We're all capable of doing some nasty shit. Fucking up other people because we're not dealing with our own shit, right? This is extreme ownership over here. And it's all about getting them results. It's It's all about setting yourself free, taking extreme ownership. So this past week, I was punished a lot. Talked about the spankings and all the other corporal punishment. But I was also sent into solitary confinement, isolation. And it's like the most beautiful thing when all this work, when all this awareness, and ultimately just when the alignment and the download comes through, right? And it's cool that it happened in the service of others, in the midst of the Breath of Life Healing Circle. There I am leading other people through a discussion, and it all came through to me. I was like, because we were talking about fathers, and you know, I know as a father, the pressure was on me, and it was looked at me to be the disciplinarian. And I know there was a lot of times I disciplined out of anger, pure anger. Not anger towards even what the children had done. It was just being pissed off at myself. Terrible. I definitely have regret towards that. I wish I could turn back the clock and not be that motherfucker, be this one that can communicate and use words, connect, even say, let's do some breath work. What the hell's going on with you? You know, have a real conversation, but not use anger and, you know, strokes of violence. Very regretful, man. But I don't use it as a way to beat myself up, to say that I'm somehow unworthy, right? I'm not good enough anymore. I don't use it for that, to beat myself up even worse. It tries to, right? The lower self, the inner voice tries to. But there's something about the healing process that requires reprogramming of subconscious beliefs. That's why you won't outdo this game. You won't just figure, I mean, you can go deep and you'll probably decode it. You'll probably figure it out. But I can guarantee you that if you take me up on my challenges, 1% Better Everyday Journal, Breath of Life Healing Circle, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can just get on board and start putting in the reps for yourself. And so for me, I wrote a story as a kid, subconsciously, that isolation equaled punishment. So to be alone was a form of punishment. Well, guess what? Hello? I hear some crickets. This motherfucker. And yet, here's the thing. Because of the childhood experience, as an adult, a divorced man, trying to find myself still, praying and aligning myself, becoming the best version of myself, healing my emotional wounds, doing all the things to be the best version of myself for myself first, but also to be ready to receive an incredible partner, divine counterpart in my life. And yet, it's in these times of refinement, isolation, singularity, they've been probably the most fertile ground for growth. Aside from when you get in a relationship and then the mirror comes up and you're like, oh shit, I still got work to do. I still got work to do when you interact with other people, right? Working on yourself, figuring yourself out, so important. But where you apply it is when you interact with other people. And so, here I am realizing that I've been carrying around a story that anytime I've been by myself, that's equals punishment. That something's wrong with me. That I've done something bad. Right? That I'm being judged. And that none of that's true. None of that's true. That's a trauma subconscious program that I installed way back in the day. And it just happened a few days ago that I had this whole download about that. I was like, oh shit, I've been telling myself this. That isolation that rejection is punishment. It's like, no, it's not. This level of isolation, this is divine assignment. This is where I can't just find distractions and people, that I gotta go within. I gotta go without and connect with God, the Great Spirit, to be refined, to be prepared, to be trained up for service, right? This purpose, this mission is all about service, not service to myself, service to you and millions upon millions of others all around the world. And the thing about this type of a journey is every single day, there's probably a lesson or a test of authenticity. Something that shows up for me to ensure that I am truly pure, light, and everything that I say I am. And are there some days I fall short? Of course. Of course I fall short. Does that make me a failure? No. It's a part of the process. This is a part of this experience, is for us to learn and grow, to expand, to fuck up and get back up. Dust off and to keep going, right? That's what it truly takes for you to be successful, is you got to have that warrior spirit to say, no matter what, you're going to get knocked down and you're going to get back up and you're going to keep going. You'll dust off and you will keep going, staying locked in. If you're just looking for instant gratification, a quick fix, right? You've been probably already trying that shit. That's the truth. You've already been doing those things. How's it worked? Right? How's that working for you? Just constantly doing the little things that give you little relief, and that's the habitual patterns. When isn't what you want a long-lasting joyfulness, peace, love, light, kindness, abundance? Don't you want something that's genuinely long-lasting from within? That's self-starting? You don't need activation from the outside. You can wake up and you have tools inside of you to pick yourself up, right? Get yourself going. Start channeling the dreams, the goals, understanding yourself, understanding that warrior, it's kind of a dark warrior, right? That's capable of a lot of damage. And thus we carry around what? Guilt and shame as a result. It's time to set yourself free from that shit. It's time to give yourself permission to say, you know what? I want my power back. I want to be fully in control, right? I got to take that back, right? So that's even just something that's just in the lexicon. There's no control. You want to be fully aware of everything that's going on. You don't need to control these things. If you try and just control it, 9 out of 10 times you'll be good. One fucking time you fuck up, and it could be bad. So it's not about control. Even me, I'm still using words that that's not possible. People that tell you just got, man, get control of yourself. Get in the gym and get in control. It's like, fuck no, you ain't gonna do it. 9 times out of 10, yes. But that one fucking time could be the thing that changes your whole life for the worst. And how you overcome that is self-awareness, self-mastery. When you become the observer, when you fully understand what makes you tick, what are your triggers, what's really going on, what is the root of your frustration, your irritation, when you lose your patience, when you get a little aggro, what is the root of that? Is it really what's going on right then and there? Or is there a deeper level? Is there a deeper layer? Right? Everyone I work with, I say, how you feeling right now? And they say it, and I say, okay, can you go one layer deeper? One layer deeper, one layer deeper. Because we'll get in an argument about some silly shit, and it's never about the silly shit. There's always something deeper where we're holding shame onto. We're masking the deeper and afraid to be vulnerable because there's shame. We're afraid of being rejected. We're afraid of abandonment. And we need to learn to be confident with ourselves, to trust ourselves. And if you can't trust the people around you to be confident, if you don't have confidence in the people around you to not use the things that you would share in a vulnerable sense against you, well, guess what? You probably got the wrong people around you. And they're probably there because you and them are wearing masks. Y'all ain't being real with each other. You're bullshitting each other. And that's a shallow relationship. It's transactional. It's always give and take. And there's usually a lot more taking from one side and a lot more giving on the other. Which means that that's a codependent, toxic relationship. As opposed to a harmonious balance of reciprocity, of mutualness, of respect, of interest, of curiosity. Not just judgment, not gaslighting, not guilt, not shame. And as I always say, if you want to improve the relationships you have with other people, guess what? You got to improve the relationship you have with yourself. The relationship you have with yourself is number one, and that is a mirror to everything else out there. So if you ain't at peace with yourself, how the hell are you going to be at peace with people? How are you going to truly be able to love somebody when you don't love yourself? And even if you say, oh, I love myself, well, that's a start. But then isn't love a verb? Isn't love something that you show? It's like being. It's the fullness of who you can be is love. And yet you have to dissect that down to like, do you love your mind? Do you love your health? Do you love your body? Do you love the energy that you're carrying around? Or is just saying you love yourself enough? For a lot of people it is. And that's because we bullshit ourselves. And clearly we're okay bullshitting others. Especially if it gives us a sense that they are loving us, right? That they care about us. And they want something that, we like that. It's a mantra. I love you so much. I love you too. And then next, has anybody had that? Someone tells you, I love you so much, I love you forever. And then it's like you never, then something happens and then at the end of the day and you never talk to the person again. Ain't that some shit? Wow, I didn't realize love could be so cruel. Love could be so closed off, right? And that's why it's so important for us to get to our own core sense of love and then to become unconditionally loving people. Right? That's really the solution, is for you to truly be the love that you've always desired. If you've always felt like people have kind of given you the short end of their love, right? It's always been conditional, right? They can take it away or give it or do both simultaneously, back and forth, and keep you sort of like in limbo. It's like it's time for you to really give yourself the most genuine sense of love. And guess what? That's an action. That's not just knowing, it's saying, I'm going to start doing the self-love, the self-care. And part of that is the healing process of really investing in yourself. And you can do that by taking advantage of the most incredible offer ever, where you can get 6 months of the Results Kill Excuses 1% Better Everyday Journal right now. All you got to do is type in 6 month is a discount code, and it's $150 for 6 months. You get 2 journals, printed, bounded by me, to activate your daily accountability, shit, man. What I would have given to have this kind of resource available to me 13 years ago. Gosh, I had to create it though. I had to create it. And I'm grateful that I'm able to offer that to others that are ready to take action, are ready to start improving their lives and no longer sitting there settling, victimizing, wishing things were different, wanting things to be different, saying, you know what, it's time to make this shit different. You are the master, right? If you want suffering, you can have suffering. If you want joy, you can have joy. If you want peace, you can have peace. If you want anger, you can have anger. If you want poverty, you can have poverty. If you want abundance, you can have abundance. You choose. And the way that you receive is to align with these things. And the way that you align is you have to shift your mindset, shift your emotions, heal your emotions, right? Start to expand your identity of self, right? You don't have to stay stuck in your past and be defined by it, right? And I'm here to show you the way. I will lead the way. I will show you the way. All you got to do is take action, and I hope you do. I love you guys. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it won't be worth it. Greg's out.